Michael P. Mao states, "Yet 2012 does not mark the end of the world as oft predicted, but the birth of a new golden era, popularly known on the Earth plane as the Age of Aquarius." Unquote. Dr. C.L. Pepler explains the New Age view that 2012 is the start of the Age of Aquarius. Quote, "They believe the next age will start around AD 2012 and will be the Age of Aquarius. This, they say, will be an age of enlightenment and world unity, a post-Christian world in the fullest sense of the word." Unquote. 2012 is a clever deception to get you to accept the Age of Aquarius, New World Order, under the mask of a Mayan prophecy. In fact, the elite New World Order at the top of the pyramid want the public to believe in 2012, thus proving that they are behind this propaganda. The Club of Rome, by its own admission, is a globalist think tank. The aim of this organization, founded by Erwin Laszlo, is to solve the world's problems and erect a solution, a new world order, one world government, the same theme we have been talking about in the film. On January 31st, 2009, the Club of Rome held the Future of the American Hemisphere Conference. Francesco Stippo kicked the conference off with a speech. Francesco Stippo is a member of the U.S. Club of Rome. He authored the book World Federalist Manifesto, Guide to Political Globalization, where he states, quote, "Political globalization is the creation of a world government which regulates the relationships among governments." Well, founder of the Club of Rome, Erwin Laszlo, along with popular New Age author and student of Jiddu Krishnamurti, Deepak Chopra, along with globalist Mikhail Gorbachev, have all authored a book together entitled World Shift 2012. This book advocates the 2012 theories extensively, so it appears that the elite have vested interest in this 2012 hysteria, and they want the public to accept it. Erwin Laszlo's Club of Rome founded another spin-off organization called the Club of Budapest. Now, it is this elite organization, the Club of Budapest, which is promoting 2012 and the New Age ascension beliefs to the public. New Age members of the Club of Budapest include Robert Mueller, former General Secretary of the UN, and Barbara Marx Hubbard, who stated, quote, "We have been projecting the transformation in 2012. It is happening now," unquote. Founder of the Club of Budapest, Erwin Laszlo, is also featured on the Pro-2012 Ascension website, worldshift2012.org. This website heavily promotes the idea that the world is about to end in 2012 if there isn't a transformation based on consciousness resulting in a new global order. Under the Partners section of the website, the State of the World Forum, which Zeitgeist is connected to, is listed on the site. This ties the New World Order to 2012, in that the 2012 hysteria is being pushed by the New World Order to the public to rally humanity together for a one-world government. Under the endorsement section of the worldshift2012.org site, Mikhail Gorbachev is also listed. Mikhail Gorbachev, the Communist New World Order advocate. Thus, it is quite clear that the global elite want people to believe in 2012 so that they can achieve their Age of Aquarius one-world system, which they now claim will emerge in 2012. It's a very clever deception that a lot of people have fallen for. Will anything happen in 2012? Maybe. Will it have to do with any prophecy of Maya? No. If anything does happen, it will be the New World Order who engineers it and ushers in their global system. The reason the Christian anti-New World Order researchers have been silenced and replaced with New Age advocates is because the New World Order occultists and New Age advocates hate biblical Christianity. Why? Because the Bible not only refutes their New Age beliefs, but it predicted their coming utopia, calls it out as an evil world system, and tells people to resist it. First, in the Apostle Paul's first letter to Timothy, he warns of these supposed ascended masters who will deceive people with false doctrines. Quote, "The Spirit clearly says that in later times some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. Such teachings come through hypocritical liars whose consciences have been seared as with a hot iron." Paul also predicts the New Age movement, quote, "For the time will come when men will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. New Agers will often claim that the Bible promotes their astrological beliefs. However, in the Old Testament book of Isaiah, astrology is forbidden and identified as an abomination to God. Quote, "Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble." Zeitgeist's main source, Acharya S., claims that Jesus talks about the age of Pisces in Matthew 28:20, which states, "And teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you, and surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." However, although the zodiac was around in 1st century Palestine, the age concept was not around yet, so the biblical writers could not have been referencing the astrological age. Dr. Noel Swerdlow, professor of astronomy and astrophysics at the University of Chicago, states, "Within which group of stars the vernal equinox was located was of no astrological significance at all. The modern ideas about the age of Pisces or the age of Aquarius are based upon the location of the vernal equinox in the regions of the stars of those constellations. So when this woman says that the Christian fish was a symbol of the coming age of Pisces, she is saying something that no one would have thought of in antiquity." Unquote. When Matthew 28:20 talks about the end of the age, or in Greek, the end of the eon, he is not talking about astrological ages, as this concept was not around yet. The age referred to is that of Jewish understanding. As J.P. Holding remarks, quote, "Zeitgeist is correct that when Jesus refers to the end of the eon, he doesn't mean the end of the world. However, he is also not speaking of the astrological age of Pisces. Rather, in the 1st century Jewish thought, there was an awareness of the current age, ha-alom ha-zeh, and the age to come, ha-alom ha-ba. The distinction between the two appears both in the New Testament and in other Jewish writings. This has nothing to do with astrology." Unquote. Zeitgeist merely tried to deceive the public into the New Age worldview by distorting the biblical data, which actually condemns astrology. Moreover, Jesus, Paul, and John predict this coming world teacher, Antichrist or Maitreya, and the New World Order, one world government. And it is this reason that the elite and the New Agers hate true biblical Christianity. Paul writes in 2 Thessalonians, quote, "That you not be quickly shaken from your composure or be disturbed either by a spirit or a message or a letter as if it is from us, to the effect that the day of our Lord has come. Let no one in any way deceive you, for it will not come unless the apostasy comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself above every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, displaying himself as being God. And you know what restrains him now, so that in his time he will be revealed. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. Then that lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will slay with the breath of his mouth, and bring to an end by the appearance of his coming. That is the one whose coming is in accord with the activity of Satan, with all power and signs and false wonders. Jesus Christ warned of the Antichrist and false Christs. He says not to believe anyone who says, 'Look, the Christ has returned.' For Jesus Christ's real glorious second coming comes after the false Christ or Antichrist deceives the world." Matthew 43 states, "And Jesus answered and said to them, See to it that no one misleads you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will mislead many. Then they will deliver you to tribulation and will kill you, and you will be hated by all nations because of my name. Then if anyone says to you, Behold, here is the Christ, or there he is, do not believe him, for false Christs and false prophets will arise, and will show great signs and wonders, so as to mislead if possible even the elect. Behold, I have told you in advance. So if they say to you, Behold, he is in the wilderness, do not go out. Or, Behold, he is in the inner rooms, do not believe them. For just as the lightning comes from the east and flashes even to the west, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. But immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and then all tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of the sky with power and great